LA that are not directly affected by the fires start kind of really encouraging just the whole community, the whole LA County, to make sure that we are adhering to what the protocol is supposed to be. Okay, so here's the thing. I know we all have been glued to the news. I know that we all have been glued to every single podcast, but it's not a joke. Like, tonight is going to be really, really intense. Aircrafts. So the tanks that go up in the air when fires happen that can drop the water, they have to be grounded at 40-mile-an-hour wind speed, okay? Because the gust is just too ferocious for them to even not only take off, but even if they're in the air, the water is not going to even fall on the area that they needed to fall on, right? The gust is going to blow the water, okay? So it's super important. So with that being said, 40-mile-an-hour, the planes have to be grounded. It's going to get up to 70 miles an hour. So very, very highly likely that we are not going to have water being dumped on, being dumped on the fires. Now, Palisades is still going, Eaton is still going. I know that there's some others that are still going, but those are the two biggest ones at this moment. Here's the thing. I really want to encourage all my brothers, my fellow Angelinos, okay, that, I think I'm saying that correctly. I rarely ever have to say that. Angelinos or Angeloians. I think it's Angelinos. But what I really, really, really want to encourage you to do is, number one, tonight, don't be like, you should be at home. Like, if you weren't affected by the fires right now, just stay in your home. So that way, if people do have to evacuate, there's not gridlock. So what was happening is, when areas like in Hollywood, in Santa Monica, and all these different areas, because LA in some areas it's very dense, right? It gets gridlocked really quickly. So whenever they send out that alert for everybody to evacuate, what's happening is everybody's evacuating, but then they can't evacuate because everybody is on the street trying to evacuate, right? So please just do your part with this whole experience, with this whole catastrophe that's going on. If you are in LA County, please don't drive into those areas unless it's obviously an emergency or you have to be there for your family, but don't just like casually be trying to go see the fires or anything like that. It's really, really crucial because it is going to pick up again tonight, and we need the streets to be as empty as possible, so that way upon a emergency evacuation message, all right, we want everybody to be able to actually get out. That was a problem last time. That's why some people perished, because during the evacuation moment, like, there was so much chaos going on that people either they weren't able to evacuate, they ended up perishing in the fire, or just couldn't get out in time and weren't able to abandon their car. I mean, there's just so many different stories that are coming out of really what happened, because of course we're delayed, right? It's still an ongoing thing. So because we're delayed, it's like we're finding out what really happened during certain just certain time periods of this whole catastrophe unfolding. So let's not do that again. So I just want to be, a fellow brother and sister, a fellow Angelino brother and sister, and just encourage you to be in the house if you can tonight. Don't just be driving around. Also, if you are close to I have a website that I want to give you for an evacuation plan that they did announce. So I am going to put that down in the comment. Actually, let me pin it right now. I'm going to pin it right now in this live stream. So this is an evacuation plan. If you don't know how to evacuate, or you don't even know where to start, this is what you need to do. So this is from the LA Fire Department, and I'm going to pin it right now. So what you can do is go to this. Hello. Welcome everybody as well. So I'm going to pin this right here, and I'll also pin it after. If you're watching this on the replay, I will pin all of the links that I'm talking about I'll pin it in the comments and have it attached to the top of the comments. Okay. So right now, if you want to, please copy this website. It's the firelacounty.gov RSG, which means ready, set, go. Okay. Ready, set, go, which means to get ready to get out, right? So there's an entire plan. So please, please, please make sure you are following that plan. And this is the thing. I think this is important because, like, right now, the wind is definitely here. Let me show you guys. The wind is picking up. So look at the winds, how fast they're going right now. Like, you can just tell by the palm trees how fast they're going. Okay. I know it's a little blurry. So this is like another, like, see how fast this is going. So right now it's at about, like, I think 20 or 30 miles. So this is the thing. It's super important to, yeah. So yeah, just to answer your question, I'm not directly affected, but I still got the alerts. Like, I still got this alert. This is the alert that I got a couple nights ago, and I looked out of the window, you know, walked outside, and I'm like, okay, I think I'm okay. But what they're doing is, and I think that this is super important, because even though there's no fires that directly popped up around me, it's still a possibility. It's not like I'm in an area where it's off the table. So I got this message a couple nights ago. So this is the message that everybody gets. And I think it's even more urgent. An evacuation warning has been issued in your area. Remain vigilant. Any threats, be ready to evacuate. Gather loved ones, pets, supplies, continue to monitor local weather. So, and then I think if you actually have to get evacuated, they send like a very aggressive message, like get out now kind of thing. So I'm in, like, that's how close I am to everything. Now, if you, like, I just want to, this is mainly for my fellow Angelinos. If you're kind of in the area, or you can see fires in your area, like, I would just go ahead and evacuate. You don't necessarily have to, be in the evacuation zone and be told to evacuate in order to evacuate. You can just evacuate. And the thing is, again, tonight, it's going to get up to 70 miles an hour. They're way more prepared for tonight, obviously, than they were a couple nights ago. However, the problem is that even though they have the tanks, like the very specific kinds of flying crafts that are effective at getting the fires out, they can't fly in 70 mile an hour gusts. Like, it just doesn't even matter that we have them, because they have to be grounded. But there is going to be tons and tons and tons of firefighters ready to go to try to contain it, right? But what typically gets those fires out quickly is the fact that there is a plane dropping all of that water. So it's going to be intense tonight. And the fact that the fire it's still big. It's only like 10 to 15% contained. So with the weather picking up right now, and with how it's going to pick up later, it's not going to be a joke. So I don't want to, just keep repeating the information that's already on the internet. What I want to ask, or what I want to, just kind of really, really highly encourage you to do is, number one, stay in the house. Please make sure that you can be a contributing citizen by not being on the road, so that way the citizens that have to evacuate can actually get out. Number two, be thinking of how to donate. So make sure to donate things like toilet paper, paper towels, soap, deodorant, toothbrushes, toothpaste, mouthwash, even things like underwear, socks, right? Like, that's going to be better than just like kind of going through your closet and then getting all your clothes and then dumping it somewhere, because these people literally don't have anywhere to store the clothes, right? Some people really lost their entire house and their car. So they don't have a luggage, like, they don't have anything, right? Actually, that might be a good thing too. Maybe just like donate some luggage pieces. If you are in LA and you're not directly affected, maybe like, donate some luggage. I mean, I don't see why I feel like that would be a good thing for people to have, because they don't have anything to store their stuff in, right? So just really think of like, okay, if you were left with the clothes on your back, would you need a suit jacket, right? Would you need a ball gown dress? Would you need a spaghetti strap crop top, right? Probably not, right? You'd want to have things like sweat, you know, a nice sweatshirt, sweats, right? You know, comfortable long sleeve t-shirts, like things to be comfy, so that way you can like be comfortable while you're trying to figure out what your next move is going to be. Let's see, I can see the trees behind you. um okay, there. I would marry you whenever you're ready. I got a ring, drop the low. Wait, I got the ring, drop the low. Okay. um are those winds picking up yet? I heard it will make things worse. Yeah, they're picking up, and it's really crazy. I actually was driving and I had to like have both my hands on the steering wheel earlier when I got out of my workout from earlier's live, or the live earlier. I was like, wow, okay, yeah, it's gonna be, and it's not even a third of what it's gonna be later, and I already had to be like this. I was like, okay, so I'm actually on my way to a cafe to work right now. And again, like the area that I'm in, like it has every year it catches fire, right? But it just never gets like nowhere near out of control. It's always safe. But like, because of the circumstances, because of the nature of what's going on, and this is what's sad, there is, based on what I just seen, based on what I just watched, the head of the departments are saying, again, based on what I just watched like 10 minutes ago before getting on this live, of course, there's always live information unfolding. They still don't know, they can't confirm the exact origin of the fire. So they don't know if it's arson. They don't know if it was an electrical like explosion. They don't know if it was like brushing up against each other. It's like so they can't confirm what it is. They can't tell the public, yes, it was arson, or yes, it was just a natural brush incident, or yes, it was an electrical, you know, outage, right? So with that being said, because we do have a couple fires that did pop up that actually are confirmed to be criminal, and then there's some other fires that are still under investigation. So with that being said, all of LA County is on alert, right? Because again, like you know, if I turn the camera around, and I feel safe like turning the camera around because you can't tell where this is at all. So like, see that, like see all that like the brush and the trees and the bushes and all of that, right? So see how the wind is starting to pick up. I mean, that looks pretty, it doesn't look super scary, but it is going to get to the level where it's scary. But see all that brush? So again, like with people being really, really crazy, and people being really disgusting and like really bizarre and creepy, people are wanting to like start more fires, right? Like they're just wanting to be ignorant and provoking more danger and all of that, right? So it's just kind of crazy because there's so many angles to it. You know, they're talking about like some of the homeless, you know, again, this is not for sure confirmed, but like just kind of whispers and talks for of the people that actually live here. It's like some of the, you know, there's illegal immigrants that might be involved, there's homeless people that might be involved, there's normal citizens that are just wacko crazy and just are like, ooh, this is my opportunity to live out all of my little devious desires, right? Like there's so many different angles of it. So there's over 10 million people in LA County, over 10 million people. So there's all kinds of people that live here, right? It's not like a certain type of people. So there's kind ones, there's evil ones, there's nice ones, there's hardworking ones. It's just everything. So the main reason why I wanted to get on is also I wanted to give you guys that website to just get ready if you do need to evacuate. Like what you're like, where do I even start? What do I get? Some people, you know, when they were told to evacuate, they're grabbing kind of like, they only had like 20 minutes to evacuate and they didn't know what to necessarily get. It was like they were getting just like, you just don't know. Like, again, I mean, you would assume it's like you would, of course, take your important papers, like your birth certificate, your social security card, you know, things like that. But then people were grabbing like photos, which of course, why wouldn't you want to grab a photo, right? People were grabbing like heirlooms, and people were trying to grab as many clothes as they could. And it's just like, we're not trained for this, right? Like you don't ever really think about, what would I do if I needed to be evacuated? Like, what would be the 10 most, like the 3 most essential things that I need to do, right? So definitely read over that if you are in LA area, or if you're just interested. It's probably just good anyway to know we burn off in the winter months. I was the only one that noticed people who that. It's 4 degrees here. Oh wow, did you know that you can read your future? Let's see. Okay. All right, so I just want to quickly go over these websites, and I'm going to have all these linked again as well. Please read them if you're in LA County right now. I think it's super important. Okay, so it says how to help. So if you, tomorrow morning, we're going to wake up and there's going to be more people that need help because there's more fires that are going to be, you know, growing and happening tonight, unfortunately. So this one is from the Billboard website. So I'll have this link down below, but it says how to help those impacted by the LA fires, a list of organizations providing relief for those impacted by the devastation, from families to first responders. Okay. So this is a list. It says support for families and outdoor workers. So the LAUSD Education Emergency Relief Fund, that'll be linked here. The CAA Foundation, Black Music Action Coalition, Inclusive Action. There's all these different, so I'm not going to list all of them, but there's a ton of, when you click on the link, you'll be able to get in touch with those organizations. It says support for first responders. So we always think about just the victims, but the first responders also need help as well. Congrats on, oh, we just must have hit it, because when I wasn't on the live, we weren't at 12K yet. So we must have just hit 12K. That's what I'm talking about. And it's all because of you guys, us just kind of getting together, exchanging information, vibing with each other, and helping uplift each other. And always being in the pursuit, right? Being in the pursuit of embodying that next level. All right. That's why this page is called Embody Pursuit. But let's not forget about the first responders. The first responders actually need help as well, not just the victims. So it says the LA Fire Department will go to supporting the heroic firefighters responding in real time. So it says the LA Fire Foundation is something that you can donate to. Mercy Chefs is something that you can donate to, and they directly donate to the firefighters. Essential items needed for family. Okay, so there's tons of organizations that are gathering and collecting essential items. So Baby to Baby, which is a huge organization, World Central Kitchen, Mutual Aid LA Network, Instacart. So that'll also be in this article as well. And then let's see, when you scroll down further, it says mid long-term life. So there's actual funds for more of the aged community in this whole situation as well. So that will be listed in this article. So I will link this article for you guys. So that's something to take into account. And then also shelters in LA. You can Google a bunch of them. I do have one right now that's on my story on Instagram. So if you want to go over to my Instagram, it'll be down in the description. Or if you go to the home section on my YouTube channel, or type in Ciana Singh on Instagram, I'll come up. And I do have one that I posted. It's 930 Mateo Street in downtown LA. So 930 Mateo Street, MATAO. Hold on. I feel like I'm butchering that. Mateo Street. So MATAEO. But let me just pull up the address. So I'll actually link the address for you guys. Let me just, because I just feel like I butchered that. Mateo Street. Yeah. Oh, there's no A. Okay. So this is it right here. Oh my gosh. Ooh, they just got into an accident. That sucks. Okay. They just crashed into each other, but they might just stop all the way up at the top. They just kept driving. Wow. Okay. It is getting crazy out here, you guys. Pray for LA. Okay. So it's Mateo at 930 Mateo Street, Los Angeles. All right. Let me wipe off my fingerprints. So, there we go. So I will have that linked as well. That is where they are. It's on my story right now, and you'll see that people are actually donating, they're actually, you know, contributing, and I'm actually going to try to get out there this week. I want to, it's just, I want to stay in the area that I'm in with all of the winds building up for tonight. So, I think it would be irresponsible of me to drive all the way out to this area. So hopefully I'll be able to get out there sometime this week. Okay, so there's that. That's an active shelter that I know for a fact is doing a great job right now, and they have a ton of resources, and they're legit. They're not like scamming people or doing anything weird. So that's a very legit one. So this one, it says, here's where to find shelter. So I'll have this one also linked. This is from the Los Angeles magazine. So there is a ton of shelters all over the place. So this is where all the shelters are. So if you are a victim or know someone that needs help, or they just don't even know where to start, I will have this linked down in the description, and I will have it pinned in the comments, okay? No, I didn't evacuate right now. Like I did get an alert of you need to be on guard, but I'm like not in an area where there's any fires that started at all. Like I'm like, my radius is probably about 15 miles of no fire, right? So I'm okay right now. But earlier in the if you're just now popping in, I was saying that I really hope that my brothers and sisters in Los Angeles can just kind of not be on the street as much as we can. Even if one or two people listen to this, I don't even know who would actually listen to my little corner of the internet, but I think it's important for us to not be on the street unless you obviously have to absolutely be on the street, because what happened is a lot of people, you know, some of the people perished during the evacuation because everybody was in such a frenzy, and there was complete gridlock. Complete gridlock. So it's super important for us to make sure that we are not contributing to like the chaos. Like for the people that like me that are kind of right on the outskirts of what's happening, like 10 miles away from what's happening, like we have to do our part and just maybe gather materials, you know, spread the word, right? And then when things kind of calm down, then we can go back into those areas and help out. This is my chlorophyll water. It's really good. Okay. So I'll have that linked. Let me see. And then this is the LA Relief website. And this, so this is a ton of resources of volunteering and just resources in general and volunteering. So the LA Food Bank, LA Works, World Central Kitchen, American Red Cross, Wildfire Relief, Pasadena Humane Society, Baby to Baby, California Fire Foundation. Just there's so many in this. Uber and Lyft rides right now, Uber and Lyft are giving free rides up until January 15th. What's today's date? So right now they're giving free Lyft rides, and this is the code, wildfire. This is the code here. So I'll also have it linked. So it's wildfire 25. And then for Uber, let me just make sure. Yeah. Okay. So for Uber, it's wildfire 25. And for Lyft, it's CA Fire Relief 25. So I will have this website linked. So they're giving out completely for free rides up until the 15th. That might even change because of what's going on right now. There's free charging stations and mobile devices. Also, I think that would be a really good thing if you could donate chargers. I'm sure people I don't know if they were able to evacuate and grab their phone. I'm sure that hopefully most people were able to at least grab their phone or their laptop on their way out. So they probably need chargers, or even like fire strips. So when they're in these shelters, they have maybe get some fire strips so that way multiple people can charge up their phone. So that's something to think about as well. So let's see. So that's pretty much a lot. So that's a lot of information. So I will have all those linked pinned in the comments. Okay. I will have those pinned in the comments. All right. So any questions about the fires, any questions about any of that, that's just what this stream is about. I just want to make sure to get out a positive word. Let's all band together. Let's do our part. And I really want to encourage you not to give out any money to any GoFundMes that you don't directly know, like whether you it's like, you know them within 1 degree of yourself or 2 degrees of yourself, right? Like, you know, a friend of a friend that you for sure know, or, you know, it's actually your distant cousin or something like that, because sadly, there is a lot of scams going on. Another thing I want to highlight, I talked about it earlier in my live, but please make sure, especially women and their children, please make sure that we are staying vigilant, keeping our head on the swivel. Unfortunately, because a lot of the LA's resources are going to these fires, everyone on the outskirts of it is also vulnerable, because there's idiots running around the town doing looting. They're you know, robbing people. They're running up on people because they know that we can't call 911 and have them show up as quickly. And it's already happening. It's not like I'm giving anyone an idea. It's not like I'm fear mongering. I want to alert my women and, you know, all my families out there. Of course, I'm not saying that men aren't vulnerable as well, but, you know, women, if like you're walking around by yourself, you need to just keep your head on the swivel. And I would just kind of stay, if you can, especially at night, like just kind of like make sure you're in the house during this next couple weeks, until everything kind of calms down, because it is really like nerve-wracking. Even if you are in a safe area, there's still idiots that are just roaming around doing really, really crazy, disgusting things. So please make sure that you are staying safe, that you are being smart, that you are being observant, that you're being vigilant. Please make sure that you are just like tapping in with your loved ones as well, making sure that everybody's like being smart. Because I know it's like, yeah, it's like all the people that are trying to go see the damage and see what's going on, it's making it worse. So just be comfortable with watching the news, or watching, you know, people that actually live in those areas live stream, and just be okay with that. Let's see what else. Is it true that the rich people pay firefighters to detriment of the poorest to save their property? Yeah, there was firefighters that, or there was rich people that did hire private firefighters, which I didn't even know. I'm just a middle-class woman trying to live my best life, right? But you know, my goal is definitely to continue to do this, right? To get more of this so I can, you know why I want money? It's not even really to like be rich. It's that I want to impact on a major level. Like, I'm definitely somebody that's a humanitarian. I love really, really good high quality food, supplements. I love really, really good medical care. I love getting, you know, having high quality dentists, like all the things that you need in life. I just want the best of it, right? Traveling, right? I want to be able to build generational wealth, like for my future children and for my family, right? Like, that's why I want to be out of the middle class bracket. So that is definitely my my desire. Just to get things like bags and shoes, I think it's like kind of ridiculous, even though I do enjoy bags and shoes. As you can see, it can burn down in a second. The reset mentality. Yep. We're just like purging. We're getting back to what's important. We're getting back to helping each other out. We're getting back to encouraging and uplifting each other. You know, these fires are really, really a wake-up call to kind of get our SHIT in order, to get our priorities straight, right? We are still doing the reset, so that's why I have my chlorophyll water. All right, my chlorophyll water. I know it looks kind of crazy. It's actually really tasty. It's chlorophyll. It's just a ton of different greens. And there is a little bit of pineapple in here, just so it's not so like bitter. But yeah. I have this on my TikTok shop if anyone's interested. It's a chlorophyll little packs. Or you can look them up on Amazon, Target, anywhere. But this is a really great way to get in your greens. What else did I want to bring up? So yeah, yeah, there was private firefighters. And I'm not hating on that. I'm not hating on it. I mean, when you get to a certain level, there is access to more resources. That really is what money is. Money is the portal and the doorway to more resources, to more opportunities, to private places, to be in certain rooms. Like, it's just a portal. So, I mean, they had the resources, and who wouldn't want to save their home? You know, I'm sure everybody would have hired a private firefighter if they could have. What was so cool, you guys, though, there was a video that I was watching. This family, they have this like type of equipment where they were able to somehow suck out the water from the pool and have enough pressure coming out of this tool to fight off their fire that was about to engulf their house. So everyone, they might even require everybody in LA to have that now. You never know in the future. But it was a really, really cool tool. I didn't get to see what the tool looked like, but it was, yeah, like, even if you're not a firefighter, it's like, it was, because if you're trying to fight off a fire with a fire hose, forget it. Like, it's, you might as well pack your stuff and get out. Like, it's just, it is what it is at that point. You're literally doing nothing when you're trying to fight a blaze, right? I don't even know what to call. I feel like fire is not even like depicting what it is. It's a blaze. All right. So please, you know, let's see, there's another website. Oh yeah. So if anyone also even has any other questions, there's a, like, if you're just completely like, I need more help, there is this website at the bottom, communication at ncw or ncjwla.org. Money don't make the world going wrong. It's the human being how lost her soul for money. I'm not really sure if you're referring to her as in me, but yeah, no, it's definitely not. It's what human beings do with the resource of money that unfortunately puts a bad connotation on money. But like, it, like right now, all the people that are needing help, it is requiring money to help them. You know, it's like right now, if I want to go help out, it's going to require money for me to put gas in the car to go drive to downtown LA, right? It's going to require money for me to gather waters and gather, you know, toilet paper and toiletries and hygiene items. So like, money is part of our reality, right? Like, so I think what's important is that we don't really worry about what people are doing with it that are evil. Like, we just focus on ourselves and what we can control, and what we can control is using our resources for good, right? Because we can't control what people are going to do. Like, there's 8 billion people. There's no way that we all can like tell each other what to do, or, you know, say you can't do that. Or even if you want, you can judge. While you're sitting over there bitter and judging, they're still doing whatever they want to do, right? So it's not like we can go grab their neck and tell them not, you know, it's like, there's no point. So I just think, like, you know, if you have good intentions when it comes to wanting to elevate your financial status, that's all that really matters. And you just worry about you and your immediate tribe. All right. All right. Any questions about the fires? Anything that you guys want to know? Any other resource questions? Any ideas as well? If you guys have any ideas or have heard of any, you know, good places that you guys want to put in the chat, definitely please make sure to add that to the chat. It is definitely needed right now more than ever. So if you have any information, any resources, any ideas, please make sure. But yeah, like I was saying earlier before I get off, please make sure you are being vigilant. Our resources are low right now. So there's really, really crazy people out there. So please, you know, if you can, be in the house before it gets dark. And while you're out and about doing whatever, working, doing whatever, make sure that you are keeping your head on the swivel and that you are really in a very, very safe environment. Because if you try to call 911 right now, in some areas, you will be put on hold. And I don't want to fearmonger. I want to be like that internet cousin, that big sister, to make sure that you are doing what you can right now to be safe. I love listening to you, beautiful. God bless. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. All right, everybody. Have a beautiful rest of your day. Pray for LA. Pray, 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 pray. If you are vibing with the content, stay connected with me. If you want to stay up to date with what's going on with the LA fires, keep tapping in with me. I will probably shift my focus. We're going to be talking about the reset still, but because this is such a catastrophic event going on in LA, I just want to do my part to spread the word, spread resources, and kind of just do my part to help out with what's going on. What up, Patrick? Are the firefighters are private? I'm not really sure. Yeah, I think we just hit 12K while we've been on the stream. So that's super exciting. We're just going to keep going. That's it. We're going to keep going. All right. Have a beautiful rest of your day and remember to pray. Bye.